I don't know what to say. Where do I start?
I'm Bianca, and this is my story. Is that all? So, growing up, I grew up in a family where we only went to church on, like, Easter and Christmas and, you know, all the fun times where they passed out candy. And, when I was in the 7th grade, my friend asked me to go with her, and I said, oh, sure. That sounds like fun. So I did, and I was like, oh, you know, this is pretty cool. And it was throughout middle school, so I had an idea of what life could be like with Jesus by your side. And I always knew in high school that I wanted it to be the best 4 years of my life, so I knew I was going to make it worth it. And my freshman and sophomore year, I thought I did. I thought I was just, you know, doing everything I could to fit in and making myself be known by, you know, whether that's getting drunk at a party or going out and, you know, what boy you're with or, you know, who you are. I think that I almost just thought that that's what made me me, and that's really not what life was about. I think the thing that made me realize the most that, you know, I was kind of in the middle of two different lives was when I was about ready to have, I think it was like my 15th birthday party, and I was like, oh yeah, I want all my friends to be there. And I was like writing down people I wanted to be there, and I thought to myself, you know, I have to have two different birthday parties because, you know, I have my church friends who know me of who I want to be and who I see myself being in the future, and there's the who I am now, the, you know, the party crazy cheerleader girl, and, you know, my kids from school who thought that I was just super cool, and it didn't work. You know, I didn't even have a birthday party that year because I was just so caught up in what I wanted to be and what I thought, you know, I can't be. Then I like completely took myself out of that world and went to youth group, and everyone was just like ignoring me and like not talking to me, and I was like, what is this? Like, this is stupid. Like, I'm not a joke. Like, everyone should want to be my friend. Like, and these people who think that, you know, Jesus is everything and they're going to be nice to everyone because that's what Jesus wants them to be, and they're not even talking to me. Like, what's going on right now? And it just made me think a lot, and it was so lonely because the people that I thought, you know, I could go to, you know, that loved Jesus, that, you know, were there for me, I just couldn't go to them anymore. And I certainly couldn't go to the kids at my school because they didn't understand what I was talking about loving Jesus and, you know, trying to be cool at school at the same time, and things just were not working out at all. So what do I say? One time this one girl asked me why I started partying, and I don't think I really had an answer. I was just, because I wanted to, you know, because that's what felt right, and that's where I thought I was, you know, just in this stage where, you know, I was just like, I'm on top of the world because I drink and I pretty much do everything I want, and life just wasn't like that. I was just faking everything, and I don't really know where I was. I was just being who I thought everyone else wanted me to be. So I got to this point where I was just like, yeah, you know, Jesus, I guess I'm ready to go to Young Life Camp and go, you know, work for you and meet people that love you, and, you know, I'm ready for this. And here I am, you know, the night before Young Life Camp, and I'm just drinking my life away, you know, just screw you, Jesus, I got this, and you can't do anything that is going to change my mind. So here I am, you know, just talking to people at work group about, you know, like real life things, like what real people go through, like people that understand me, and, you know, I'm like working, and these kids just come up to me and they're like, thank you, you know, Jesus really appreciates what you're doing, and we really appreciate what you're doing. And I'm like, wow, like I'm a screw up right now. Like, Jesus is probably just like mad at me, but, you know, I was just like, yeah, you know, you're welcome. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. You know, this is this is really who I am, and no one else can change that. Here I am 2 weeks later, just like diving into Jesus and just like swimming with him. Like we're like totally side by side, and I was just on top of the world. Like there's no greater, better feeling than feeling like you can conquer the world with Jesus Christ on your side.
Can I just laugh?
So I don't want people to think that, just because I'm a cheerleader and I go to Young Life and I'm active in my youth group, doesn't mean that got everything under my belt. I go through struggles every day, but my dad always will tell me, I'll love you forever and I'll like you for always, and as long as you're living, you'll be my baby. And I think at the end of the day that Jesus feels the same way, and that's how I get through things, and I really encourage you to do the same. I'm Bianca Murray, and that's my story.